What would you do if the entire world turned its back on truth? If everyone mocked righteousness and you were the last one standing? One man did. And because he obeyed, humanity survived. This isn't just a children's bedtime story. It's the account of thunder rolling across the sky, of faith tested against ridicule, of animals marching in pairs while the heavens prepared to roar. This is the epic story of Noah's Ark. Like you've never heard it before. Subscribe if you believe stories like this still matter. Let's begin. Once, the earth was young, but already deeply wounded. In just 10 generations after Adam, the world had become a shadow of what it was meant to be. Violence filled the streets. Evil lived in the hearts of men. Humanity had fallen so far that even God was grieved. The Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Genesis 6:5. Let that sink in. Every thought, every intention, every day, pure evil. But in the midst of corruption, there stood one man who walked differently, a man who dared to obey when others laughed. His name was Noah. Noah wasn't perfect, but he was righteous. He walked with God while the world walked away, and one day God spoke to him, not through thunder or angels, but in a quiet instruction that would change history. Build an ark. An ark in the middle of dry land, with no rain, no flood in sight? But Noah didn't question. He built piece by piece, day by day, hammer by hammer. Imagine what it must have felt like. The stares, the ridicule, the laughter. People must have said, "You're crazy, old man. A boat this big? For what?" But Noah knew the storm was coming. God gave Noah specific instructions: 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, 45 feet high, made of gopher wood, sealed with pitch inside and out. This wasn't a small boat. It was a floating fortress designed not for speed, but for survival. Then came the animals. 2 by 2 they came from the forests, the skies, the plains. Lions walked alongside lambs, wolves beside rabbits, a miracle of coordination orchestrated by the Creator himself. Imagine the sight. Hundreds of creatures walking calmly toward a ship built by faith. And Noah, he didn't argue. He welcomed them in because obedience isn't always logical. It's faithful. Then came the moment of no return. God said, "Enter the ark, you and all your household." And when they did, the Bible tells us, and the Lord shut him in. Noah didn't close the door. God did. That's powerful. When judgment is near, there comes a moment when the door to mercy closes. But Noah, he was inside, safe, protected, ready. And then the skies opened. It started as rain, then torrents, then chaos. The ground split. Fountains of deep burst forth. Waters rose over cities, mountains, and pride. For 40 days and nights, the rain didn't stop. People screamed, climbed, cried out. But only one boat floated above it all. Inside the ark, there was peace, but also weight. The weight of survival, the weight of the world. Noah, his family, and the animals waited, trusted, prayed, and then silence. After 150 days, the ark rested on Mount Ararat. The earth was still, washed clean. Noah sent out a raven, then a dove, and when the dove returned with a freshly plucked olive leaf, Noah knew the world was healing. Finally, God told Noah, "Come out of the ark." And Noah did something powerful. Before building a house, before searching for food, he built an altar. He worshiped. God made a covenant, a promise sealed with a rainbow. Never again will I destroy all life with a flood. The story of Noah's Ark isn't just about a flood. It's about faith, when it doesn't make sense, obedience in the face of mockery, a warning and a promise. The same God who judged the world with water also rescued a family with grace. And just like in Noah's time, there is still a door today, a door to salvation, open for anyone who chooses to believe. But like then, one day it will close. The question is, will you be inside or out? If this story moved you, don't let it stop here. Share it. Comment below. What part of Noah's story hit you the hardest? Subscribe to this channel for more powerful faith-filled stories brought to life. We bring truth through storytelling. And every view, every like, every share helps us reach more hearts with timeless lessons from the Word of God. Until next time, keep your faith strong, keep your heart open, and remember, sometimes the biggest miracles come after